A very good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, and distinguished guests. First of all, I'd like to extend my heartfelt congratulations to Horizon School and Fine for this great cooperation between you. And it's a wonderful initiative, which I think it's like a meaningful and courageous thing to do for the children of Hyderabad. And like a short introduction about myself is that like when Krishna invited me to the event, he called me the unofficial ambassador of Finland to Telugu people. So that is due to these few interviews that I did last year, and where a few million people saw me. And I'm also unofficially known as Finland woman Raita. And apart from that, I'm also an entrepreneur, and our first business is about sewage treatment. And the second business is that we are actually the distributors for the Finnish premium playgrounds company called Lapset in India. And I think there, that's one aspect where I connect with the Finnish education as well, because we think about childhood, we think about children's development, both emotional, physical, and social. So I'm going to just reflect a few words about my own childhood and primary school years in Finland. And one, or actually two things that come into mind immediately are freedom and safety. So we used to have our long summer holidays where we went to the summer cottage with the relatives, grandparents, and cousins, and we always used to play outside in the clean and safe nature, both in the city and the countryside, no matter what the season was. We used to pick berries and apples, and we of course went to the sauna and swam in the lakes. And in the winter, we used to build snow castles and do other winter sport activities. And then, like when we get to the actual like school life, it was in a way not much different from the free time, because everything was still very safe and very child friendly, even in the school. I clearly remember the first day when I went to school in the first grade, and the teachers had named themselves according to different animals. Like my teacher was called Leila the leopard, and then there were three more called Simo the seal, Jussi the yak, and Pirjo the penguin. So that immediately, like a small detail like that, immediately made school feel friendly and safe and not at all intimidating. And there were many other things as well in school, very cute things like a post box in the classroom where we could send letters to each other. And once I even received a love letter there. And we had something called yökoulu, which means that we went for a sleepover in the school. And that was in the second grade. We were about 7 or 8 years old then. And the first 2 years that I spent in Leila the leopard's class were among the happiest times of my life. The teacher was very kind and patient and deeply understanding, and there was never any force or fear or pressure around learning. The school days in Finland were short and afternoons were free for different hobbies and play. So I used to play the flute and the piano, I used to go horse riding, I used to attend some like orchestras, music theory classes, a lot of things even apart from school. And that was enabled by the fact that the school days were kept very short and children were given time to be children. And homework also remained moderate throughout my primary school years. So I remember one evening in particular when my parents were watching the news, and the reporter spoke about the mental stress that professional athletes face. And I asked my parents very innocently, what does stress mean? And that moment describes my childhood quite perfectly. So as a primary school child, I didn't have a concept of stress. All the assessments were descriptive and not competitive, and every child was supported as an individual. And now I've been in India for about 17 years, and my own children have gone to school here. So I have seen that there are some certain differences in the approaches. Like even very young children, they might be quite stressed, and even the parents will be stressed about exams and marks, and there might be heavy homework loads. So more than 10 years ago, my own children, they were like in a regular school, but after the first year, like I just felt that there's so much homework and so many projects, and some of the projects were not even like age appropriate. The children were not able to do them, and the parents had to do them and submit. So after that 1 year, we decided that we are moving our children to a Waldorf school, which is the option that at that time was the closest to the system that I knew from Finland. So the same philosophy of being more gentle, more holistic, and respectful of childhood was there in that school. So the memories I have just shared with you, they are from more than like 35 years ago. And since then, Finland has continued to develop the education system even further. So I think what the children of Hyderabad are going to get in Horizon School after this cooperation with FINE is going to be even better than what I experienced. And it makes me very happy to see these values of balance and trust and joy in learning find a new home here in Hyderabad. I wish all the best for this cooperation between Horizon School and FINE, and I truly hope that thousands upon thousands of children in Hyderabad will get what every child deserves, like a happy, safe, and inspiring school years with the Finnish system of learning.
Everyone is seen as an individual, and that their safety and friendship and social skills are the focus of everything. If you are happy and open, safe, and you trust your friends, you are also open to anything, any challenges. In our seminar here a couple of days ago, I asked the team in the beginning, do you have any memories from your school, first grades, or school anyway? And I asked them, do you have any good memories? There was some good memories. And then I asked them, do you have any bad memories? Yes, we have a lot of bad memories. The question is here that it should be like our Finnish colleagues said, that the first years of school are the best memories in life. Now, how do we create that? Yes, we create that together in a trustworthy way, where we see every child as an individual with its own ideas and fascinated, inspiring questions. So this way we can turn the classroom around and let the children speak, even though we have a teacher that is the authority, but not the authority in the way of telling the children what to think, but asking the children what they think. And this is maybe the central issue of what we will be bringing together. We hope that Horizon Fine School will be a model for all of India in the future. And if we all work together and look at safety, trust, happiness, equality, and let the children think and speak and meet their own challenges, if we live up to them, then we have done our job well. Let's evaluate this after 10 years. Let's not evaluate this after 1 month. Let's evaluate after 10 years and see where we got. So thank you very much. And I'm very honored for this cooperation that will lead us into the next centuries. Thank you very much.
Sharath and I got to know each other at a school of entrepreneurship called the Bower School, where what we are focusing on is how do we provide slightly more senior kids, I mean, typically at undergraduate level, who want to potentially look at entrepreneurship as a choice of career. So, in a sense, there is a connection, right? And I'll try and build a connection. It may appear a little tenuous at this point, but we'll try and build one. So obviously, before I came here, thanks to access to various LLMs, I did a little bit of research on Finland, and I had seen a video many moons ago about the gross happiness index and how Finland is the country with people with the most happiest people on the planet. Right? And then I said, this is possible because of few things. Right? One is for a country which is about the combined size of Telangana and Andhra, they have a population which is about half the size of Hyderabad, right? About 5.6 million, and we have 80 million people between the two states in an area which is similar to what you have. That's one. Second thing is what struck me as I was reading up was about education, right? About how you do education and how it is. In India we have a very complex education system, very uneven from a quality standpoint. The quality of outcomes is a function of many things. We have a central system, we have state level systems, etc. But at the end of the day, to me, what I've learned about education is, first of all, education in India is the biggest lever to mobility. That's the first thing. The second thing, what education today, and I know there's a new NEP which is in place, which is hopefully will get our kids moving away from rote learning and memorizing and so on, and start to think. Right? Because in my view, education, the biggest purpose of education is to teach young people to think, to become responsible citizens, and hopefully leave the planet in a better place than when they came in. Right? And to that extent, whatever I could read about what the Finnish education system, kind of deeply resonated, right? And I think Dr. Johan talked about the 3 R's: reading, writing, and arithmetic. I added the 4 C's, which I think you do, which is critical thinking, creative thinking, communication, and collaboration. Right? Because at that age, I think one of the challenges I see with a lot of our kids is they know how to read books, etc., but their social skills are a challenge. Their ability to interact, to communicate, to speak in public, their understanding of financial literacy, etc., are things which leave a lot to be desired. And I think it's so. I'm happy to hear that you said 2 schools in Agra, right? And we have, Agra is a historic place. Hyderabad is also equally historic. So happy to welcome you to Hyderabad, and congratulations to the team which has bought the Finnish school education system to Hyderabad. Wish you all the best, and look forward to tracking the progress. And I hope over a period of time, it's not just about you're going to be building an ecosystem. You're going to be influencing a lot of other people to learn from what you're doing. And truly, the other thing which struck me about when I was reading about Finland was about the very egalitarian nature of society, right? And that's something which I'm sure we can all learn from. So congratulations again, and best wishes, and look forward to some great outcomes.